You read the title, so you know what it is. Let's get into it.
Know that the ride or die. Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my seat. Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my.
All right, guys, as the title says, I'm going to be finishing up the chrome delete on my wife's 2016 E400. If you've seen some of the other videos I've done on this, I actually wrapped that front splitter in this forged carbon wrap, which I only bought a little bit of it because I meant to use this stuff on my truck. I also wrapped this little piece here. Haven't decided on the Mercedes emblem. I might try taking a little piece and wrapping that too. We've blacked out the tail lights, so I'm not going to do the exhaust tips. The tips will stay chrome, but this little chrome piece above it is going to be done. I bought a 10-foot roll, 5 foot long, or 5 foot by 10 foot or something like that. So this big piece right here is what it goes the full length of, like, whenever you open these doors, that stays. So there's no divide here. So I needed a piece that was long enough to go that full length. So I bought a 10-foot roll, and that should be able to handle that. I don't think I got any chrome up front left to black out. Maybe do something with that little emblem in the hood eventually. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's see how this goes. All right, let me get this wrap unrolled, and I want to get the length and get it cut to the length that I need. The reason why I didn't go with like a small, just like a small strip that long, is I don't want to have to flex or stretch the wrap too much to make this arch. So with a full piece that is tall enough, I can lay it on here, trim it, without having to heat and stretch the tent or the wrap too much. So, or actually at all. So it'll be able to lay on there. Should keep it from lifting, peeling, and anything like that. With this much wrap, I should be able to cut my length and then cut that in half and use half for the other side. And that will be able to get me all of the trim on the door. It'll get all of this, all these little pieces, and then that little extra that I have in the middle will hopefully, we'll see if I can't tackle those handles, which maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And then surely I'll have enough to knock out this rear piece. So let me get this wrap laid out and get to cutting. All right, well, that big old sheet was a pain in the A to get trimmed, but I didn't want to put it on the floor because of dirt and crap, but I did anyway. So I got this piece cut out. What I'm going to do is trim it down, like all this underneath on the window that I don't need. Kind of trim that off so I'm not playing with all that material. Cut that top corner off, cut this corner off, and slowly start tacking it down once I get it kind of cut to the shape that I want. So let's see if I can do it. Got it trimmed. Got this big section trimmed off of it. Both corners trimmed off. Let's see if the camera will focus. So now I'll probably start up somewhere in the middle and take the backing off and start applying it to the trim. I actually might, before I even do that, I need to take that piece off and then wipe everything down real good, get it all clean, so I know I have a good surface for the wrap to stick. So before I do that, yeah, I'm gonna take this off, clean everything really good, and then probably start in the middle, start peeling the backing off, maybe cut it a little bit so the backing will peel one way and then come back and go the other way, or vice versa, one way or the other. And then once it's tacked, I can start trimming to fit. So I've got that all cleaned. I went ahead and started peeling the backing I got half the backing peeled from here down. Kind of laid it on there softly. Kind of tacked it down here a little bit with my finger. I am going to use a heat gun to kind of go ahead and get some of the tension out of the film and kind of make sure that it's going to lay really nice. So I'll heat and kind of push it down, and then I'll go back with the razor blade and find my edge and clean up my edge. So like on this trim, there's a little rubber seal there. Kind of see it. So I'm going to try to get to where I can hopefully tuck the edge of this down in there so there's literally no chrome showing. So. All right, this is going to be a very tedious process to try to get this rolled to where I don't see any, without cutting the seal or anything like that. I know a lot of guys will put too much pressure whenever they're trying to cut this and end up cutting the seal. So I'm trying to get it to tuck the edge just a hair, keep it from lifting, and then obviously make it good, look good while I'm at it. So it's going to take me a while. So. All right, so this top seal is really tight to the chrome and is a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping I've got this all good. Got a little spot down here that I don't like, but anyway, trying to tuck it is a pain in the butt. I watched a couple videos, but this seal is like super tight. Like if I was going to the body, like if I was wrapping the body, I could lift that seal away pretty easy. And as far as the window around here, I rolled down the window, and then that allowed me to pull this seal down and then tuck that edge pretty easy. So this front lower edge shouldn't be at that bad all the way up to here. Top seal is going to be a pain. So I'm halfway done with the arch. So hopefully this lower trim looks like it'll be a little easier. So get these top arches done, and then done, finally. So got this all the way down and around. So now next step are these two bottom window trims, which with this being the way it is, it should be easy to tuck behind that seal. Looks like it's fairly easy to wrap under there. So that big chunk of vinyl that I cut off that ran this whole length is what I'll be using for this. So let's get to it. got that bottom trim all wrapped up, so look at that. Looks good. Now, I do want to try to wrap this. It looks like it's like an addition, like a little stick-on thing. That's supposed to help protect from scratches, especially on this black car. So that will be some tedious little pieces. Got a piece here, a piece there. I mean, I could probably take the inside apart and get that door handle off, and then try to wrap it that way. So I'm going to, I still got the rear bumper, or the rear, lower piece here, and the other side to go. So let's, I don't know what I'm going to move on to next. I'm hungry, so I'm going to get food, and then I'll be back. Well, there's the passenger side. So I got both window trims done on the car. And then I think it's going to be maybe easy to get these handles off, because they should have a bolt, a hole right here with a bolt that I can get to pop those out. So I'm going to try to take these covers off. I might even wrap these covers and see if I can't get these handles out real quick. And hopefully that doesn't take too long to do that either. Because if I get those handles out of the way, and then kind of wrap that trim, might be hard to kind of tuck it, but then get that cup underneath wrapped as well. So let's try it out. As far as door handles go, I don't have the right bit to get in here. So there's a little plug. There's this chrome panel here. It's got 3 screws that hold it on. I took that off. This little plug is what gets to this piece. You got to take this piece out, and then the handle pops out. So it's a Torx bit. I got the right size Torx bit, but it has to be long and skinny. And I've only got an adapter, and it bottoms out before I can get to it. So I am going ahead and wrap the little panel in the jam, and that's what it's going to look like. I already did this side. I'm going to knock out wrapping this side, and then I will have to get back with y'all whenever I get the appropriate tool to get that handle off. And whenever I do those handles, I'll probably put it on the rack and knock out that last little trim piece there. I should have plenty of wrap left. I got quite a bit of the roll left. Still got like a good 2 foot of the 8 foot section that I use for the door trims. So I'm going to knock this out here in a minute, and then I'll just get back with y'all whenever I get to the door handles. And we're back. So thanks to Harbor Freight, I had to go get a little T15, and this thing's actually smaller than I expected, but it was long enough to reach inside that little hole, and that allowed me to take this apart. So this little lock cylinder is held in with a pin, and the screw goes through and holds that in. So that will allow me to take that apart. So now I got some of my scrap wrap pieces here, and I've already cut some of them to size. So I still got to grab the heat gun, and then this little piece I'm going to do on the car, because this is double-sided tape that is just stuck. It's like a scratch protector, as you can see, like all the scratches in the black there from like rings and stuff. So this we'll cover this up with some forged carbon, and then I'll get back to you whenever I get that wrapped. There we go. So the door handles are done. This top chrome piece, there's 2 screws on the back of the handle, so I was able to take that in 2 pieces and be able to wrap that top chrome piece pretty easy. The door lock piece, I was not, so that one I had to just wrap over and kind of tuck on the back side, but it went together pretty good. So now I gotta finish the other side. And then once the other side's finished, the last piece would be that little piece. So let's get it done. Got the car on the lift, and I'm going to wrap this chrome piece. Like I said before, I'm not worried about the exhaust tips or the beauty tips on this. I'm going to wrap this piece. So I'm going to get a measurement on how far I need, and then I still got some of my roll over there in the corner. So I'll cut a long piece that will go the whole length, and then start tacking it up or holding it up or sticking it up or whatever and get to shaping it. Well guys, I forgot to record any of that, but I got it wrapped. So I cut a full piece, the full length, and the way this is shaped, the wrap wanted to kind of bow out, so I had to kind of tuck it, heat it up, and shape it. Wasn't actually too hard now that I've kind of got some experience working with this wrap, but I think that looks pretty good. So let me get this car down out here in a flat spot and do a full walk around. There it is. So got the forged splitter, and got the doors, handles. And don't forget that little plate there on the inside. And now the rear. I actually don't think the tips look too bad sitting like that. I haven't decided about that emblem yet. Maybe y'all can comment down below on the emblem and the headlights. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I could do with the headlights, but I think overall I'm really digging that forged carbon look. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe. That's going to be it for this one. See y'all in the next one.